Yo, let's tap in with the stock market and see what's going on this morning. The futures are indicating that we're going to end up moving higher as of right now. Let's tap in and see what type of energy we can find. Last week, the market closed and we made a bullish engulf. That bullish engulf is showing that there's some type of strength going on. Is that strength real? Looks a little bit suspect to me, and I'm about to break down to you what I see for the market. The market right now is gapping higher, and we are showing some type of move, right? We are right now what's called a wedge pattern. This wedge pattern is an ambiguous pattern. It can be to the upside or downside. It's likely a continuation pattern. Not too often is it a reversal pattern. Right now, the market has been moving lower. We've got consistency with lower highs. Those lower highs are showing a pattern that we can follow, and follow the trail, people. Here's a trend line we're going to set right now. We're going to see if it's going to continue. So we're going to start here, there, and trend lines are basically connecting the dots. That's all we're doing, okay? We got 3 bing 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 dots right there. That trend is showing that move, and oh, what do we have here? This trend is showing that things are trying to move higher. All right, there's your wedge. That's how easy it is. The chart right now is showing me that there's a lot of turmoil going. There's a change. All right, and in these instances, what is a smart move to do? Do you keep pouring money in, hoping that somebody is going to win, or do you wait for someone to get knocked out and you pick the money up off the floor? I'd rather pick the money up off the floor. Let's take a seat. Let the big money slug it out. There's no need for us to get involved in that conversation or that confrontation. And just pick the money up when we see who takes the lead. This is getting real wishy-washy now. I'm not saying a word until I see who wins. And how do we determine who wins? When you look at this chart, we want to see this trend line. Who gets above it? If that candle gets above there, then we might have some very strong signals of a move higher. Or this one here. Who gets below that? If we get below there, then we have a clear signal of who won that battle. And it's time to pick the money up off the floor from that point. Right now, the bears look like they have a strong stance on this market. And I'm looking to see this week if we can continue to move higher. But right now, that price activity is getting slower and slower and slower, and I think that's what's going to happen. That is S&P. Let's go on, dance over to the Russell, and we use RTY for the futures on there. Russell futures are indicating a move higher also, but as of right now, they're looking like they are starting to move lower. Russell futures 1896.90. Very quick zoom in on here, and we see very similar activity here. We've recently reached a low, and we're trying to regain some type of footing right now, and it's not looking good. All of our moving averages are rolling lower, and that is going to give us a signal for the rest of the price action to do the same thing, which is move lower. I'm actually looking for the Russell to give up the goods, come back around to the 1700 area to see how strong this recent pop is. I think it will sell off. That's the Russell. And let's go ahead and check out what we have with the Dow, and that is the Dow symbol for futures. Futures on the Dow look very similar to the other indexes, and as you can tell, most of the indexes pretty much mimic each other. There's no doubt about it. If you see one pattern on the other, you'll likely see that same pattern on the other one, and we see a wedge going for here too. You can clearly see, without me drawing this line, but we will just for clarity. 1, 2, 3, bing bing bing. Each one of these are showing that the market, when it gets near these levels, is selling off. And I think that we will continue to do that. This 200-day moving average is going to probably start to roll, and everyone will tumble off. when it comes to the market here. All right, so we covered the Dow futures, S&P futures, and we also covered the Russell futures. I want to take a look into the 6 stocks that we buy every single week, and that is Apple, Amazon, Meta Platforms. Yeah, I don't like the change, but whatever. Meta Platforms. That's Tesla, Netflix, and Google, which is Alphabet. All right, so let's go ahead down that line and check out the first one on the list, which is Apple. Everybody loves Apple. It's the stock of the century. Everyone, what's going on with Apple? What's going on? They have so much money, whatever. Chart tells you everything, all right? Remember that. It is preem. Price rules everything around me. 157.37 is what Apple recently closed at as of last week. We are going to likely move lower, and let's break this one down. As you can see here, around this 180 area, the chart is showing you clearly that anytime we're near there, start sniffing, they start selling. We just got near there. High on this candle was 176.15. Okay, that candle is showing that it got near that 180 level, and they got out once again. And you can see one instance, 2, 3, 4, 5, and now number 6 of a candle is showing you that sellers are dominating in that area. Why are they getting out? Because it's probably too high is what it is. People are taking their profit off of the table when they get near that area. This is a pattern, dark, I keep saying dark shadow, but it's not called that. But anyway, this is a pattern here. This is also showing you another pattern. This is shooting star. This is also a shooting star. All of them are showing a move. Where are we going to go? Let's look at the chart. The chart tells you clearly where it could potentially go. And I say clearly because I can see it, but if you can't see it, let's help you. Clearly to me means I'm looking for where is the most price activity. Price activity is where's all of the candles are starting to group together and catch some momentum. Let's look. Is it around 130? I say yes. We have a candle here, and then you can look clearly around this 130 area and see there's more price activity in that area. Between that 120 to 130 area, you see way more candles that show you some type of support in that zone. So if you're looking to buy Apple, I would hold off. Don't buy at 150 anything, because right now the chart is showing you around that 150 area. That is a lot of chop. You're gonna get your neck cut off if you get around there. Wait to get around 130. Okay, 130 will be your best entry if you're looking to get into Apple. Why? Because it shows a lot of activity near there. You can have a better shot at making money near that level if you buy there versus if you buy at this 157. All right, don't do it. Get in around 130 if you want to get it. All right, let's dance over to Amazon. Amazon closed at 133.27. What's the best price to get in for Amazon? We've shown a lot of activity above 150. All right, 150 shows failure to commit to stay above there. It tried so many times, it stalled, and people got out. All right, same situation here. We got near around that 190 area and we got out. That happened twice. There's your double top situation. Double top was then confirmed with a move lower, and that's likely going to be another move lower, and I think we're going to end up retesting around that 110. So I don't think getting around the 130 area is good, because if you can look on this chart, can you see any conviction at 130? You see very minimal candle activity in this area, so this is a no-go. I would not get in around 130 anything. I would wait and be patient for, oh, look at this. Right around that 90 area is even better if you can wait there, because around the 110 area, this is all the activity we have that shows, that's recent, that there's some buying activity there. That's a good signal. So that's the first level if you want to take a dive in order to get a chunk of that Amazon. If you want, start there, average down once more. If it gets around 90, then you are getting you are in the money around that time. $90 for Amazon is the go-to price if you want to get there. But you gotta be patient. Gotta be patient. Stock market rewards you for your patience. That's Amazon. Let's go all over to Meta Platforms, formerly known as Facebook. Meta closed at 169.15. All right, and let's check out the chart right now. And this one looks pretty good. This one looks, as far as the three we covered so far, looks the best. And here's why. I see 160 as a strong support. I'm talking like Arnold Schwartz type strong. That's 160. Here's 160 area. This dipped below it, but as you can see, it clearly came with a vengeance and moved back around. And this is also around that 160 area. So we got 4 instances right now that show you that if the price gets near 160, what it tends to do. And that is bounce like Tigger. Boing, boing. We got 160 being strong support, and we've got much volume here. Yeah, this is a big increase here. So we got on that move lower, that gray bar shows you that there was a lot of selling going on. It was RIP day that day. But we've also had consistency with the volume coming in around 160. I like this 160. So here's how I determine my risk. If you're not familiar with determining your risk, you're gonna lose all your money. I can tell you that because I lost all of my money 3 times because I did not evaluate my risk effectively. To evaluate your risk very easily, what I do is I always look for support in order to help me. That is my basis, okay? Basis for me to evaluate support, all right? That's number 1. Number 2, we want to see where that price is in relation to that support, all right? So my basis right now is around 160, okay? And if Meta is at 169.15, what I'm going to do is I'm going to simply make the subtraction right there, all right? What can I fall from? How high can I fall? I can survive if I fall from 1 foot. I said feet. I can survive if I fall from 1 foot. I can survive if I fall from 2 feet, 3, 4, 5. You get the analogy, all right? Now I'm 9 feet high, 9 feet, 15 inches from the ledge, all right? Can I survive if I fell from 9 feet, 15 inches, all right? That is a determination you make, all right? Me personally, I can't do it. Can you do it? You might have a little bit more money than me. I don't want to take that risk. I want to jump from the 4-foot ledge. Some people are okay jumping from the 9-foot ledge. Determining risk is all dependent upon the type of capital you have and the risk that you are willing to take. I personally would not take this because this is too big of a risk. I would like it to get closer to 160 only because that is my strategy. I love buying as close to support as possible. But 160 is a good area to start at Meta. If you want to get a little bit right here around this 169.15, then hey, to each their own. Go ahead. Average down, get your cost basis as clean as possible. All right, that's Meta. Jump on over to which one we want to do. We did those 3. Let's go over to one of my favorite ones to hate. I say that because of how it moves. But anyway, Google, Alphabet. Google closed at 110.65. All right, let's click, check out what we got going on. This is actually showing how I believe the market is going to do right now, which is go up and retest around the areas that it broke out or tried to hold. All right, we've got a lot of activity there, which is pretty good. But as you can see here, that's some very poor volume that is going on right now. We have more conviction back here, and down here is showing that, hey man, they're not showing up to the party. So I think this is pretty weak, but hey, we're about to find out here. This 20-day moving average is coming down, and it could easily just start, stay your behind down. It could push down and make this price go lower, and I think we do end up getting to around 100. So if you want to get into Alphabet, which I think is a very strong stock to hold, by the way, like forever, like don't sell. If you want to do that, I think 100 is a very great price to get into. All right, that is Alphabet. Let's go on to one of my favorites that everyone else tends to hate on, Netflix. Netflix right now is at 233.57, indicating an open of around 235 as of right now. That can clearly change. Let's click, zoom in. All right. So what I see here is lack of conviction. All right. We had a push higher. Okay. Earnings came out. Whatever was said was said. They came in and they pushed it higher to get around to 250. All right. That 250 didn't hold, but 220 continues to hold. That 220 is right around here. All right. I think that's a good signal. We need to stay above 220. We're dancing in this area where we have to make some conviction. That move to 250 was a good move. And the fact that we're still in this range is also pretty good. But we need conviction. All right. Conviction right now to me is a close above 250. If we get above 250, then this has a very good chance to continue to move higher. Right now, I say chill out. Chill out. 230 is not a good area to get in. If you wanted to get in, the best area was 220. Because you can see there, this candle, this candle, this candle, that one, all of that is showing that anywhere near that 220 area, they're buying it. Somebody's nibbling there, and they're getting it at that 220 area. So that right now is showing you from 220 to 233.57. You got $13. I'm not falling 13 feet. You falling 13 feet? I'm not either. So let's wait. I'd spend a little bit more money. I'd be okay with paying the premium at 250 if they show me conviction that it wants to go higher. If they're not, then short and keep it simple. All right. This is how reading a chart helps you make money and protect your money, because with reading a chart, it's good to know what to do, but it's also good to know what not to do. That's often the biggest thing that happens in the market. That's Netflix. And lastly, let's cover Tesla. All right. Tesla is at 299.68. Click zoom in. Now, what's happening with Tesla here? There's a lot of indecisive action going on here. We've got a lot of chop here. As you can see, just a nice little wave here, another wave down. And this is also showing consistency of lower highs. All right. One top here, two top there, double top. We see around that 380 area that selling happens very magically. We can see that last instance there where it was around that 380 area. It is gone down. So now here we are around 300. What does 300 show us in the past? Not a lot. You see a lot of just big candles. Just stay out the chop zone. No need for you to lose your money trying to bet on somebody trying to take over. Let somebody take over and ride with them. No need to take that risk. So right now at 300, I don't think that's a great entry at all. Right, as of right now, it's showing you that as a great way to get a short. Okay, if you want a short or get puts around this 300, protect. Yeah, that seems to be pretty solid, because right now you got a very strong instance on both of these candles and back here showing you that, yo, 300, we out. Chief, we don't want no more to do with it. 300, not a good area. Where do you want to buy at? Right now, buying at, well, take a look at where all the candles are showing you, right? Where are all these candles bouncing off of, all right? And that's around that 220 to 218 area. That would be the optimal entry for Tesla. If you can be patient and wait for that, then you will set yourself up for success. All right, those are the 6 stocks. We're going to cover these every single week. Apple, Amazon, Alphabet, Tesla, Netflix, Meta platforms. All right, and we're going to do a market analysis every single week too. So tap that subscribe button. Make sure you show some love there. Hit me up on Wincrease. If you want to learn how to read charts, make sure you go there. I have a chart reading course, show you how to do this and have the confidence of reading a chart every time you see one. All right, I enjoyed your time. Hit me up on the podcast, Stocks and Bars. We mix hip hop in the stock market every single episode. All right, take care of yourself. Health is wealth. Peace.